Hey my friends, Strat here, Product Director in Power. Hope you're doing awesome and welcome to this quick tutorial video. Now in this video, we're going to be covering one of my favorite features, Lightbox. Lightbox is a lot of fun and can do a lot of things for your conversions as well as improve the overall quality of your blog with a cool pop-up. So let's check out Lightbox really quickly. Now I'm going to head over to Plugins and Applications. Once I'm there, I'm going to click on Lightbox. Now you can see here that I've got a Lightbox already active and it's called my welcome video. Let's take a look at what that is. Now, let's get an understanding of what Lightbox is. Lightbox is a plugin that allows you to create an exit pop-up or a pop-up that will appear after your certain time delay on any page that you desire. So you could have it on your entire site, you can have it on your specific posts, you could also have it on just one actual page. You can have it anywhere you want and it can function however you want. So let's take a look at the setup and options of how this looks. Now in here, I'm going to click on My Welcome Video. You're going to note that this kind of looks exactly like a post would, right? So you can edit this in any fashion you want and preview it here, and it's going to look pretty much just like this. Now I've got a video in here that's not going to preview in the setup, but it will play, and we'll get to that in just a second. So first thing you want to do is set up your title, right? I've got My Welcome Video here. Now this is just an example of a Lightbox pop-up. I was actually showing this on a webcast, which is why it's just going to be an example video that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you how to set that up. So let's go here and look at some of the options. Now over here, this looks like a lot of code. It's actually not a lot of code. I'm going to erase that, which is going to take everything out of my visual area. Okay, let's go ahead and build a Lightbox real quickly from the ground up so you can understand how it works. I'm going to head over to youtube.com. Now I am an avid Muse fan. I think they have some great music. I am going to look up one of their most popular songs, Muse Madness. And I'm just doing this so I can actually, on YouTube, go ahead and take the embed code of this video so I can show you an example of what this is going to look like. Now I will note, you're always going to want to be careful of using copyrighted content, especially if you're selling something. I'm not selling anything on my blog, so I don't think anybody would have a problem with me using this video, but just for all of your purposes and what you're promoting, obviously you'd probably assume that you're using your own video here, especially if it's a welcome video, but let's just assume this is my own video. I'm going to head over to the text side. Up here, look on the right-hand side. I'm going to want to make sure I'm in the text area because that's really where my code is going to be accepted by the system the best. Once my code is in, i.e. my embed code, however I build my Lightbox, I could be dropping in an opt-in code here. Let's say you have a capture form from GetResponse or Aweber, lead pages, anything you want to use, you can actually put it in here. So depending on your coding knowledge, you can grab something just from a site like I just showed you, whether it's an opt-in or capture form, lead capture form, or an embed code, or some crazy complicated code that you want to have. You can actually iframe in an entire website. So it's entirely up to you how you use this. Now, let's go over to the visual side. Now you can see here that it's given me a video. I'm going to go ahead and center that video. I'm going to hit the enter button here. And now I'm over on the visual side, literally just adding this like a post. Welcome to my blog. Okay. And I'm going to put something under it. And then I'm going to just put a call to action. Let's see. Click this link now. All right. And I'm going to just link my link down there to Google. Good old Google, right? All right, so very quickly you can see that I've dropped in a video. I've added a title up here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because it's the title, and I'll make my call to action a little bit bigger. Now please note that this is a very simple Lightbox just to kind of demonstrate how you use this. Now I've set up my title, dropped in my video. Keep in mind you can add media. I could have added a video or a picture just from my media, something I've uploaded, but I went the easy way and I went in and dropped an embed code. Now note back on my text side that this is now looking kind of code-esque, if you will. The system's going to do all the coding for you. On the visual side, it's going to be there. So I'm going to center my video, got everything centered here, looks good, And now what I'm going to want to do is come down to my lightbox settings. So I'm usually going to always leave size on auto. I would love to, you can actually put a custom size in, but it's pretty much going to read the dimensions of your insertion up here and take that there for you. So I'm going to leave mine on my home page because when people come to my page, obviously this is a welcome video that I've set up here, so I want it to be there. Open Lightbox on exit. Now if you click this option, okay, that's pretty much, this is really how it's going to look for you when you start off. This is probably going to be clicked. Now if you just click that and then come over and click after a delay, you're going to see a bunch of options that come down. Now you could have an exit pop-up, which means when somebody scrolls up to about here on the page, your pop-up is going to show. I'm going to click after a delay because this is a welcome video. So I'm going to leave it at 500 milliseconds, which is almost instantaneous. Display lightbox only once. Usually, I mean, if it was a welcome video, I would want that enabled, but I'm going to put it disabled for the sense of this tutorial. And then lastly, to help you understand your cookie time, 1 month. If this was enabled, what this means is for 1 month, if somebody comes back to my site, they're only going to see it one time, and then a month later, they'll see it again. Now, if this was on 1 day, that means the cookie is going to stay in their system for a day, and then enabled is no longer going to be respected because the cookie has vanished. Now I can refresh the cookie key at any time, which means it will now override what your display settings are if you had that enabled and you didn't want people to see it. So it's just an advanced setting. If it were me, I would just always select disabled unless you don't want it to pop up every single time, and then I would click enabled and just set a time frame what you feel is best for your viewer. So I'm going to disable this. I've got it after a delay. It's on my home page. Now note, if you click on posts, you get real specific to where you can actually just put it on certain posts, which is pretty cool because you can then target and really have some thematicality to what you're posting and as well as what they're seeing as the pop-up. But that's pretty much it for the lightbox. I've added my title, I've added my content, I've added my settings, which I'm going to show it every time. I'm just going to click update now. So now that I've updated this, you can see Lightbox is updated. I'm going to go back to my plugins and applications just so you can see Lightbox here. I've got my welcome video there. Now I can edit this and do everything I would like with a normal post. I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to head over to my blog and check out what it looks like. So click in my blog, and right away I'm getting my image. Welcome to my blog, the video. Now obviously if this was really set up, I would want that to autoplay. And then click this link now. If I was to click that link, I'm sure it's going to take me right to Google, like I told it to. So that is Lightbox. You can see that that appeared. It's going to appear every time for me because I have it disabled. If I had it enabled, I wouldn't see that pop up again. Now if you do an exit pop-up, let me show you what that looks like very quickly. I'm going to take off this setting and just put this as an exit pop-up. Click Update. And once I've clicked Update, I'm going to head back over to Building Brand Online. I'm going to stay down here, and if I was to exit this page, when I get right to about here, my pop-up shows up. So that, guys, is Lightbox. It's a very basic tutorial on how to use it. You can do a number of things with it. It's a very powerful plugin once you get to use it and once you understand how to use it. You can drop in any amount of code, your pre-built opt-in forms, your capture forms, as well as any code that you can imagine. You can iframe entire sites. Just make sure you're always respecting the copyright laws. But hopefully that helps. Please let us know if you have any questions, and appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial. For more great tutorials, check out the tutorial section down here on the left-hand side. Take care, guys. Make it great.